What is up, YouTube? In today's video, we are going to be facing off against another guy on Facebook. Now, this is going to be labbing a brand new offense to me. It's been over a year since I have ran this. Arizona offense, Baltimore defense, both new playbooks I have never, ever used this entire year. Baltimore, I've labbed some blitzes out of it. I've labbed a blitz out of it, and that's about it. Honestly, after playing with it a lot more, I really don't think I like it all too much. So, I'm probably going to be going back and be their 4-6 in New York Giants. There's a few different reasons. I can talk about that in a separate video. I can talk, we're just going to talk about that right now. I don't like their nickel packages. I'm going to be completely honest. I don't have time in 2-4-5, and I don't really like 3-3-5 wide when defending the pass in comparison to big nickel over G. I just feel so much more confident in defending the pass game out of a big nickel than a 3-3-5 wide. Maybe it's just because I don't have time in 3-3-5 wide, but also I just don't think it's that good. It's okay in the run game. Again, maybe I just need to get more time. But, yeah, just a lot of different reasons I really don't like it. I could talk about 3-3-5 wide on a lot of different reasons, but there's just some simple excuses, I guess you could say, or really reasons why I don't like to run 3-3-5 wide. So, we're running 3-3-5 wide. Now, this is probably like the second time I've really ran it. I've ran it in a few games now. I don't know. And so we're going to just try and stop the run out of it. This is going to be a stretch right here. So I should have dropped my safeties into spies because, well, if they come on that single back wing flex, whatever it is, it's more likely going to be a stretch of some sort. So now he goes into gun trio offset. He is using, supposedly he's using Philadelphia on offense. When you're facing these Regs guys, you never know if they've got a custom playbook and just kept the team name or what. You don't know what they're running at all, okay? So gun trio offset. I don't know if this guy's just kind of jump around random formations. Like, okay, he could stop, stretch, and dive. I don't know how he's able to get yards or even get not stuffed in the backfield stretch, because if I run stretch, I get stuffed because the sheds were bumped up because that's the way they want to nerf it. So right here, he's going to go ahead and look for a dig route. I should have been ready for that. Luckily, the game is starting, boys. The game is starting. 4th and 10. Please just tell me he goes for it. I would. Why not? You already got a drop pick. You know what happens when you drop picks in this game? You get a touchdown in the next drive, or you at least at the minimum get a first down. That's just how this game goes. So we're going to go ahead and shade up again, and we're going to go ahead and put a vert hook out there just in case there's like a slant, a drag, or something. And somehow, some way, see, like I told you, you drop a pick the one drive, it's a touchdown the next. Somehow, some way, that was like a smart routed corner route. I honestly don't know at all how he got burned that badly, even with the shade over top. It's like he just stood there and did nothing. So, down 7. We're getting ball. We're going to be running it's a cluster. What is it called? It's not regular cluster. It's like cluster HB strong. I can't remember. The halfback's on the same side as trips, okay? That's all I know. So, we're going to be running that. We're going to be running PA read a lot. And I mean a lot. Almost every single down. Honestly, I went into this game with the mindset of just wanting to lab offense. And so that's why I have the Buccaneers. Because Tom Brady has Hot Route Master. He's the only QB in the game that has Hot Route Master. But that's something that I have learned is you cannot run man defense with the Tampa Bay defense. They are so terrible, and that's another reason I don't know. Regs is so tough because there's always something that's bad about some team, and they have to kind of try hard and work with. I don't know. Regs in and of itself is just a really weird mode. Yeah, I know it sounds like excuses, but I don't know. Regs and I don't know which one's better, which one's worse. So we're going to go ahead and put our tight end across for the outside receiver. We eventually get him into a corner and kind of have a high-low read on the outside of the field. We had the streak wide open. We're going to go ahead and throw it away. We probably had that out route open as well. I was really just wanting to look at that crosser and see what he was doing. So yeah, you guys could just go ahead and take some notes. I'm probably I am going to be posting this exact play and how I was running it More than likely, what's today? Tuesday. You guys know how it works now. It's Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. More than likely, probably Thursdays when I'll be posting this, or Tuesday, depending on when we get these blitzes out for you guys. I've got a blitz cooked up right now. That's just got to be recorded and edited. Anyways, this video is probably going to be out after that. It's probably going to be while I'm out of town. So right here, just trying out different route combinations. We have our tight end wide open. We just can't get any pocket protection whatsoever. Like, you step up. I don't know. I don't know what this guy was doing to get this amount of pressure, but I would love to know because I can't get this out of 3-3-5 odd. I don't know how he is doing it. But anyways, you can see right there, 3-man rush, and Fletcher Cox is just being an animal, and you can see right there, throw out a sack. I could have threw that digger out a lot sooner. And you know how this game goes. We're going to be down 14 points. I'm going to just go ahead and say it right now. At one point, he is at 28, and we are down. I'm just going to leave it like that, okay? 28 points, and we are down in the second half. It's rough, but stay tuned. Stay tuned. We still fight. So, kind of getting a little unfortunate things going on this very beginning of the game. He's getting like some sort of broken corner out with a shade over the top, and then he's getting the throw out of sack twice in a row. 3-man pass rush generating the most insane pass rush, even if you double team Fletcher Cox. And then this happens. Oh, this is why I decided, you know what, I'm not going to record a live voiceover. Because in these kinds of games, I get so quiet because I am secretly extremely pissed off about how this game is going. I'm not going to lie. Oh, these games, you just know how they can get to you. It's right here, running back on a little Texas route. We also have the little hitch route instead. Godwin is trying to do a little stop and go, dumb out the CPU. By the way, that does not work on next gen. Stop and go because they want to just continue to destroy the skill gap or whatever skill gap is left in Madden to make it to where a casual can act like they're good. It kills me. It literally kills my soul. So here we start going into a little bit of a route combo that I like. I don't like the post so much from Gronkowski, especially when it's a zone defense, because crossers don't go as deep as a post route does. And so he eventually start changing that up right here. We eventually will start putting Gronkowski on a little crossing route. We're just trying different stuff out. Again, I'm not really utilizing Hot Route Mastery probably as much as I could, but you know, we're going to go and take what we throw. I'm blind. We could have playmaker that hitch. That's one thing after this game that I went to also, is it turns out you can actually playmaker that hitch. I was worried. I was going to playmaker right there, but I was worried if I playmaker it or playmaker something that it's actually going to go ahead and playmaker the running back out of the wheel route. Again, he's just getting like good one. What is he doing? I don't know how he's getting this kind of separation without an ability. I even shaded outside right there. I shaded up and I shaded outside, and somehow he's getting just a shiz ton of separation. I don't know how that works, but we got to fight and we got to figure out one way or another to get out of man defense with the Buccaneers because they're horrible. There's nobody open. We go ahead and send the near zone. Lucky for us, we don't have the guy that's manned up to the tight end being sent down too. Oh, I hate that glitch. The glitch is if you send a spy, it sends a nearby zone and the man defense as well randomly. Again, I don't know how people enjoy this game, because I certainly don't, but boy, oh boy, is it a sweatfest slant right here when you go against these guys that are just throwing up random route combinations. I would honestly have better luck facing somebody that's running code suggestions than this guy. So this is something I've also learned from playing people on Facebook is honestly most of them don't understand what I mean when I want a lab game. Most of them are just going full bore, full-fledged sweat when I'm just trying stuff out. And right here, he's going to go ahead and somehow not get a touchdown and not be up 21 points. So he's going to go hurry up. Why not? Because, you know, This game is just so much fun. Go ahead and run. We probably could have run commit right there, but run commit doesn't work. It hasn't worked in the past 6 years. It probably never is going to work until they just destroy this game, burn it, and then get rid of this engine altogether. And then somehow make up some other excuse instead, because it's, I don't even know. The code is apparently so horrendous that they have zero idea of how to do anything. They just put more code on top of broken code and hope the broken code gets fixed by this new broken code that they're adding to it. So, enough ranting. We're down 21 points, okay? We are down 21 points in the first quarter. But we do not give up. We're about to get screwed again, but we do not give up, all right? We got screwed on somehow broke one-play touchdown. Then we got screwed by a throw out of sack for a pick 6. So basically, we've spotted him 14 points. All right, 14 points we have spotted him. So right here, running back, wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. We could have hit B if we would have waited just a little bit longer. No idea what that curl flat was doing, but somehow that curl flat stayed on the out route and then played the running back as well. Very, very interesting how he managed to pull that off, but you know, I don't have an answer for that. I'm going to be completely honest right there. We got kind of under pressure. We had the corner out open. We had the crosser open. We had the hitch open. We had so much open, but because Fletcher Cox is just Fletcher Cox, and he is just, yeah, we basically can't get any sort of accurate throw because it's either a throw out of sack or it's a throw into pressure. So we double team him. Double team sometimes works. Sometimes they just straight bull rush through them both. For once in our good life, we get time to finally see the wheel route. That time, all of a sudden, magically, the curl flat doesn't drop back. No, he does not drop back. He stays there and allows the wheel route to get open on the sideline. I don't know what happened last time, but I don't know. I don't know what he did. He didn't man him up. He just, whatever. Oh, hey, that's what it was. I was wondering what that thing was. I had to record this a second time, but thank you, Tara K. Actually, I think I know who you are. I'm 99% sure I know who you are. If I'm thinking of the right person, you're an actual friend of mine in real life. So I appreciate you for the subscribe to the channel. Welcome. So anyways, I forgot. Probably need to turn that off when I'm recording videos. So we are now down 14 points. I can guarantee you one thing. You will never see on this channel me getting 21 skunked in the first quarter. I will not get 21 skunked, even if I am just labbing stuff, okay? I refuse to get 21 skunked, but you know, I have learned one thing, and this is passing on knowledge to you guys as well. If you're going to run man defense, your best bet is probably going to be running with the Packers. Okay, the Packers have one of the best secondary as far as Regs is concerned in the game. Obviously, Mutt, they'd be considered absolute dog crap and deserve to not even be used. It's pretty sad how pay to win that game mode is, but you know, EA Sports, they are going to just rob your bank. So right here, nothing open, nothing open. Levante David, again, just too slow, and we're not going to get any sort of animation on it whatsoever. I just, boys, I don't have an answer for this. The answer is not cover 2 man, I can tell you that. The answer is not cover 2 man, but for some idiotic reason, I'm like, oh, man defense, I must stay in man defense. No. I'm an absolute bot for thinking that. I'm a moron for thinking that. And I deserve to get my life dotted up right here on this play. You guys are going to see what he does. Again, this is a shade up and a shade inside. All right, shade up, shade inside. And somehow he gets smoked. Like, he got Goodwin. I always want to say Godwin. Goodwin, like, it's like a shade over the top. Didn't even do anything right there. It's like I didn't even shade over the top. He just smoked him off the line. I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of getting cheated in this game as I'm watching it. Yeah, I'm making some bad reads and some throw out of sack garbage, which I wish they would get rid of the game or make it to where you could somehow have full control over it. I know some people on Twitter and Facebook are like, just hold the ball, just hold on to the ball. It's like, well, what happens if I see a wide open dude and I'm automatically winding up to throw it? And then as soon as I'm winding up to throw it, all of a sudden, their D tackle or their D end sheds a double team. Am I supposed to hold on to the ball all time in eternity? No. You'd be stupid to think that. That's why throw out a stack is bad. It's not that we're making like late reads. It's that throw out a sack in these sheds just somehow magically happen right as you're throwing to the open receiver. And there's nothing you can do about that. That's why throw out a sack is bad for the game, in my honest opinion. It should have never existed to begin with, because we have no control over it whatsoever. Taking a hitch right there. Crosser hitch. I'm starting to get the feel for how I should hit those reads against the crosser and the hitch, and just really trying to figure out his user right here. Running a cover 3. If he shades down, I know I can hit this streak. Now that I practiced it, I actually have a different route combination I'd run altogether if we're going to be hitting that streak. But right there, you can see the streak wide open. I'm just blind. Literally, B's open. I threw it to B. I promise you I threw it to B, okay? Tom Brady, just don't even try making a throw in the run. But B was open. I was throwing it to B regardless. I had the streak open. I had a lot of things open. But because I'm a bot, apparently I suck at this game. Well, we throw it to our running back on the wheel somehow. Even though I hit the B button. EA Sports. You know the game. You know the game right here. Hit Mike Evans up the seam for an easy completion and a first down. Now, I don't know if it's mid-endly or what he even has as far as abilities are concerned. Honestly, I didn't pay attention to any of these wide receiver abilities on this team because I don't use this team too much. I don't use it for Tom Brady and Hot Route Master. So we double team. Okay, we are double teaming Fletcher Cox. There is no way I should get any sort of under pressure right there. Absolute dime to Gronkowski. Wide open for an easy gain of almost 20 yards on the sideline. So we're down 21 points still. The name of the game at this point is score quickly and try and get out of bounds, because if you are in bounds picking your play, the time will still wind down. If you get out of bounds, the time won't start until after you've chosen to play and after the defense has chosen to play as well. So right here, this is something I learned too late, literally after this game, is that you can playmaker that hitch. And we'll be talking about that in a separate video of how I was running this and some reads that you can do and some things you can obviously do better than what I was doing. Now, this is only one game you guys have seen. I've played a couple online games just trying this stuff out and just really learning this stuff. That's all I could care about. It's right there, playmaker hits. Get cheated. Get cheated. I don't know how he's playing inside. That cloud flat shouldn't even been right there to begin with unless he had a hard flat or he manned him up. I don't know. We probably could have playmakered him inside instead. So again, labbing stuff. When in doubt, throw it out, okay? That's it. But in next gen, when in doubt, forward it out. That's how we play next gen. Nobody open. We actually had a corner out wide open, but he just can't get his feet in bounds. Again, just kind of getting screwed over right here. That's a wide open laser beam to the back of the end zone, back corner of the end zone. And somehow we don't get 2 feet in bounds, even though we possession catch it. Man, I love this game. So now he's like, oh, I gotta get ready to that corner out. I gotta get ready for that corner out. If he mans up this streak, we don't have the streak. If he leaves the streak, we have the streak. He was manning up our slot receiver constantly. So that's why I put him on a hitch and I streaked Gronkowski right there. He manned up basically everybody. At this point, we would have had that ball. Somehow Leonard Fournette was almost about to ag him. But instead, they swatted it away. So, all right, boys. We've been down before. I've actually purposely gone down 21 points to see if I can make a comeback. And I think that was last year or 2 years ago that I tried that. I can't remember. I think we ended up winning. Right here is going to do something really funky I've never seen with a running back ever before. I don't have a clue what that route was. It looked like a table route. They passed that straight up. Maybe it was a little baby wheel route. No clue whatsoever. And luckily he gets out of bounds. So now that we see what he wants to do right there, we're going to go ahead and get ready for him to try and motion out the running back yet again. Hard flat on that side. And then you can see right there, we're going to have a slant coming back through the middle of the field. I put a curl flat out there just so the depth of maybe that cross or a slant will get into the zone of the curl flat instead. So here we go, a little whip route. I've never seen that whip route before. I don't even know how he got that out there. Especially because you can't hot route when you, okay, let me step back. When you make a hot route from the slot and you motion it over, it automatically flips the direction it's going. So if you got trips on the left, that little whip route or zig route will always go to the left. When you motion him over to the right, it automatically flips it and it's going to have him going to the right. So no idea how he got that little whip route. on the opposite side of trips going towards trips. I literally have no idea how he did that. Must have been a specific play that has that little whip route. I don't know. I can't really tell you how he got that whatsoever. I haven't even looked at the playbook that he was using. So we're ready for the little slant. We put a vert hook out there or potential little whip route he's got going on again. Right there, running back wide open. So that's our only assignment we got to worry about, and we are getting the user pick. Now we go out of bounds right here. I probably could have taken that to the house if I would have spun back inside. But again, we're labbing, okay? The name of the game is get as many repetitions as possible. And that's really what you want to do if you're just labbing a play. Don't worry about winning the game. Literally, if I'm going to lab one play for a video, I don't care if I win or not. I just simply want to see how it works. If I get blown out 35-8 or 35-12, doesn't even matter the score, 35-zip, I really do not care. That to me just shows that I need more practice with that play before I can go ahead and post it on the channel. So I know some of you guys, I know there was a person or two out there that commented it before like, oh, you just play practice mode. These don't actually work in game. It's like, no, trust me. I use these in-game before I post them. You would be surprised the amount of work I have to do to get these blitzes out. I don't just simply stay in practice mode. I'm a complete idiot. Like some people may actually think us YouTubers are. We actually have to put a lot of time in for these videos. And it annoys me when people say garbage like that. Sorry, I just had to get that out there. So anyways, lab. When you guys are labbing, don't worry about the score. Don't even worry about winning the game. Just simply run the same route combination again and again and again. The two things when you're learning it, or learning any kind of new scheme, is first, what's the best route combination that you can set up? Second is timing. Getting the timing down is critical, because timing alone, with the combination of getting the route combos set, will cost you some plays. Because when you're playing a user versus a CPU, the timing is obviously a lot different because there's an actual player that you're facing that's able to run around the field. Versus a CPU, the players are just going to stay in their zones. They're not going to do anything. They're not going to follow somebody. They're not going to try and guard one particular route that's going to get open that coverage, etc. So timing is huge when you're labbing a new scheme. It's also important, as I was talking about, is getting the route combos. Kind of going back to that is spacing. Spacing is critical. For example, and I'm going to be talking about this in a separate video. This is going to be more focused on defense. But if I was to have, let's say Gronkowski, our slot receiver, let's say Gronkowski running the flat, our slot receiver running a little out route, and then, just to sound really bad, our running back on a wheel route with one corner out by the other receiver, right? So if you just got 4 different routes going to the same side of the field, a simple harp that's going to take care of 3 of those routes, and then a clop that's going to take care of that little corner out, right? That's such an easy bag. And then the user, all he has to worry about is maybe that lone side receiver on a little dig. He has to take that away. And it's just a simple adjustment like that is going to cost you games. So it's all about spacing, it's all about timing, and learning what route combos are good and what route combos aren't. And honestly, as you get more time in the game and more repetition with it, you'll really start to figure out what's a good spacing between it. And each formation is obviously going to be different. Trips is different from bunch. Cluster is different from bunch and trips. Bunch is different from trips and cluster. Tight formations like split close, gun tight flex, they're all different from this as well. For example, trips tight end, I know if I'm like 10 yards out, and it's a cover 3, I can run verticals and I can hit the vert from the middle receiver up the seam between the inside and outside third. Cluster, on the other hand, I can't do that because, again, the spacing is different. It's a compressed set, a very compressed set, versus a more spread set like gun trips tight end, right? Or gun tray off flex, gun trips tight end offset, etc. All those trips formations, the spacing's different. So you got to scheme around the particular formation that you are using, but you can also take some prior knowledge of different formations that you have used before and apply them to the current one that you're trying to lab. Right there, looking for Antonio Brown on the little drag. He manned him up a lot. Now, Antonio Brown, he's not really good for route running. All of these receivers, if I'm being honest, suck as far as route running is concerned. Now, Godwin does have a slot-o-matic, so he gets good route running on short routes. I'm assuming that's like 10 or less. I don't honestly know. Like, you guys would probably think, well, if you're going to play this game how you want to, you probably should know about the abilities. Yeah, well, I don't know. I just don't really care. I'm going to be completely honest. But anyways, dot to Gronkowski right there. So 1st and 10, driving down the field. We are down 21 points. You got to move quick, and kind of what I was talking about, get out of bounds, because then it saves you some time in the play call menu unless you want to just go hurry up offense. Running back wide open. We got Crosser wide open. We have probably had Mike, I don't know if we have Mike Evans open or not. He was starting to pick up on me looking for the streak, and honestly, I'm being completely clear with you guys. This entire game, I was almost never looking for the streak. I was looking for the corner out, the crosser, running back, or the hitch. I wasn't really looking at the streak as a read, more so than we had a touchdown right there, RB late. We actually had it earlier, but we waited on it a little bit too long right there, just standing out of the pocket. Don't ask me why I was like this far out of the pocket, but right there. Why? Trying to just bullet it straight to the left, instead he comes down. That would have been a touchdown if he stayed in the end zone, but again, you know, Labbit. I'll be honest, right here in cluster, Arizona in particular, just the Arizona playbook as a whole, is not the greatest for red zone offense. There are some RPO plays out of this particular playbook, but it's really just not that good. I got to really lab it up a lot more. There's not really any good under center runs. You have sing back wing flex close, but they only have dive. And so if somebody knows Arizona, they know really just got to worry about the dive out of that. There's no stretch, there's no power, there's no 0-1. There's not even an 0-1 trap in this playbook. Like, you can go into the run, play by runs, and there's not a single trap run whatsoever. So it kind of sucks in that sense because there's just nothing good right there. RB trying to playmaker, I'm a low ball, bang, got Mike Evans, stay in bounds or stay in the end zone, touchdown. So we are now down 14 points. We've been here before, and we have made comebacks like this before. But again, not concerned about the win, guys. We're concerned about figuring out different route combinations. Now, I'll be honest right here. That little spacing play, spacing switch out of gun bunch isn't too bad. I'm not going to lie. It's a pretty darn good play when you're like at the 1 or 2 yard line. You just got to be really quick and decisive about the reads that you are going to make. That spacing switch, it's good, but you got to be fast. You hold on to the ball too long, it's going to get bagged eventually by the CPU alone because you're just so close. The zone's going to play so aggressively underneath. It's just really hard to make a play. But anyways, back on defense, and yet again, for some reason, my dumb self still thinks that cover 2 man is a good idea. I don't know why, but right here he's going to go ahead and run stretch, so maybe it wasn't too bad of my idea. We're going to try and blow it up. Again, I don't know how to blow up the run right there. Lord knows what our defensive end was doing. He went inside instead of pulling outside with the offensive line pulling. I don't know. Boys, I had some of these plays, I don't have an answer for you guys. It's like the Browns going for 2 last night. Got no idea why. They just did. They just said, let's just full send it. And finally, we get out of Tampa 2, or we get into Tampa 2, okay? We're going to put our linebacker into middle third just in case there's like a streak right there. Nothing open. He had actually the corner up because for some reason my Cloplat decided to stay down instead of going over the top. I take note of that next time. I'm like, okay, I saw that corner out wide open. He wanted to just throw it to the coverage stuff instead. So here we go. Here we go. What the fluff are we at? Bro, what the fluff? Oh, I completely lost the safety in the top right because he blended in. We go back into attempt 2. We're mabling that side. Our curl flats are set to 25. And we're going to just play straight up coverage right here. We got nothing open. We send the zones. You can see right there what I was talking about. If you send a guy into spies, it usually, not usually, but most often, about 90% of the time, would send the most nearby defender as well. And that's been an issue for years now, and they probably chalked it up as a legacy issue or simply too lazy to go and find the code, fix it, and get it to work how it should. Because if I have a spy on the field, I'm not telling them to send everybody. I'm telling the spy, the guy that is his sole purpose of existence in that particular play is to watch the QB. I'm telling him, get the QB. Everybody else, stay in your zone. That's it. It shouldn't be that hard. You think it would be pretty simple. But right here, watch out for a zig route. Levante David Terrible user. I don't know what I was doing right there. The crosser was completely taken away by that curl. He couldn't have thrown the crosser. He's literally waiting for that drag. Maybe if I would have held on to the spy a little bit longer, not sent him so early, probably would have been a little bit better. But I'll be honest, the reason I don't like, I'm saying I'll be honest quite a bit. The reason I don't like 3-3-5 wide so much is because it's only a 3-down lineman set. And I'm just so much more comfortable running big nickel over G, or even a nickel normal, or heck, even a nickel 3-3-5 over 3-3-5 wide. Just because I know the adjustments a little bit better. And with big nickel, you can still get good interior sheds while being able to maple both sides of the field. Is it stupid that you can get good pressure blitzing or rushing just 2 guys when they're blocking 7 or blocking 5 even? Yes. Should that ever be considered good defense? Absolutely not. But the way the game registers it, when you blitz your user, that's a 3-down lineman or 3-man pass rush, because I don't know why. And so you can still get good pressure with it. Again, EA Sports, it's in the game. I couldn't have an answer for that. But right here, again, our cloud flat is doing who knows what. He's playing the flats, and then he's drawing to the corner out when it should be flipped. That's been another issue in the game for a few years now. Clouds, they play the flats first instead of the corner outs first, which I guess zone drops are a good thing because it's simply a way for EA to get out of trying to make a good quality game. Oh, I'm trying not to be too toxic, but man, when this game has yet to show any improvements over like the past 4 years, I don't even know. Right there, we get clicked onto our D-line, even though I was on Devon, or whoever that middle linebacker was. I was on him the entire time, and then it just forces me onto a D-tackle. I don't know, boys. I don't know. We're going to keep trying. I want to give you guys a gameplay, because there are times I just simply don't have a blitz, because some blitzes take longer to lap than others, okay? It's really hard to freaking lap a blitz some days when you just don't know what the fluff to look for. So anyways, he goes into this empty base flex. I played a guy earlier that was running a custom, again, another reason I hate regs, that the slot receiver on the left side of the field was running some sort of fade corner route to get wide open against the cover 2. So right there, he gets cheated. My vert hook, my deep half, I don't know where they were. Nobody knows where they were. So we get ready because he had us tied in on the streak as well. So we put both safeties into inside quarters this time in preparation for the streaks to appear. Yet again, we shade down, have a clap that just in case that outside guy on the left runs like a little corner or something like that. Nobody open, and you know what? He decides to throw it towards the inside quarters, like literally both inside quarters he throws it to. And for some reason, my guys were way out of position. But this is why I don't like the Buccaneers, because their defensive backs are so freaking slow. That should have been a house call if it was the Packers. That would have been a house call if it was the Packers. But most of these guys have like 86, 87 speed. So, yeah, again, reason you can't play man defense with these guys because they're so freaking slow. Just don't do it. So, we are down 14 points. Again, labbing. I'm spamming the same route combo again and again and again. And, you know, honestly, if I can get the reads down a little bit better, it's not too bad. Right there, he has his linebacker in the middle, or I don't know what he did right there, but we're going to go ahead and just chuck it at Mike Evans. And Mike Evans is going to go ahead and jump for that ball unnecessarily and come down with it. So down 14, the clock is ticking, and we're going to have to continue to drive down the field. So this guy's just baselining his defense every time. Bad and good. There's not really a point behind it. You really shouldn't baseline your defense every single time. Honestly, if you're going to baseline, you probably should just baseline if you're trying to get ready for run defense. So here he goes into cover 3 and cross-manning and manning up random people. I don't know. Right here, trying different route combination. We're going to go ahead and take our flats instead. Mike Evans, get out of bounds. Gain of 8 yards. When you're facing players that are just randomly manning up people, you can pretty much play the same route combo again and again and again, and then just see who they're constantly manning up. So I was actually looking for that corner out, and that corner out seems like he had this cloud flat set to like 30 or some like that. Yeah. I don't know what he did to his cloud flats right there. He had him set so far back, and he didn't bother Maybelline that side. Who knows? Lord knows what. So we're gonna go ahead and just again lab it up. I'm going to run the same thing that I've been running quite often. Right there, X wide open laser. I don't know what he did to his club flats that time, but boy, oh boy, he did something weird. He made sure that the guys played underneath that time, even though it was 3rd and 17. This is where I don't like playing some guys because their adjustments are so absurdly random. Like, there's no logic behind their adjustments. They just go ahead and slap their zone drops at different drops randomly and cross-man people to who knows what. That's not good defense. In my opinion, that's not good defense. It's Leonard Fournette, yes, 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 our savior. Ag him. And we should have got a house call right there. I ain't care. I don't even care. You guys can say blind read. Screw you. That was a great read right there. We're going to go ahead and look for X. X was wide open late and early and still open. Yes! Laser! Laser beam! Touchdown. Touchdown. That should have been a catch to begin with. But again, for some reason, your receivers just, their awareness is 0. So if they're on the sideline and they see their QB roll out, for some reason they think it's a good idea to run the opposite way that he's running towards instead of just staying there, waiting for the ball, catching the ball, and getting us a first down. So we get bailed out right there, but at the same time, that should have been an easy catch instead. So here we go, down 7. I know you guys are like, why are you kicking the ball off? Go for an onside kick. Because I want this guy to run gun trio offset some more. I want to learn this on how to stop this offense a little bit more because I do not play against it. So we are down 7 points, and maybe this guy might be a little stupid and throw us a yick, right? He might throw us a pick 6. You never know when playing these guys. You never know. So gun trio offset, this is what I wanted him to run. I wanted to be able to get more time labbing this in. And honestly, figure out a defense for this because gun trio offset is not popular whatsoever. We're trying to get ready for inside zone right here. Nobody open again. Thank you, Lordy sakes. We have life. We have life. Down 7 points. Okay. Little over a minute remaining. We got to drive down the field. We got to score on this play. It's score or go home right there. He's rolling out. Finally, our D-line gets some sort of fight. Man, I don't know how to get pressure out of the 3-5 wide. Is it pinch D-line, a slant inside? He takes a timeout right here. No idea why, but he takes a timeout for some reason. So, yeah, there's a lot of things I got to learn apparently about this defense. And 3-5 odd is, I don't know how he's getting sheds but he's getting sheds like he's been getting nonstop. So right here, running quick base. I could have been running the base the entire time. I could have been running sweep the entire time, but I wanted to just lab different run plays. And this guy's like, I don't know why you didn't run base. I'm like, well, I know those work. I'm here to lab stuff that I don't know about. That's why I don't like to just play random people online for lab games unless I know they're a genuinely good player. Which there are some players on Facebook that are good at the game-ish. But anyways, drive down, 3rd and 3. You guys are going to see what happens. Air truck. Hurry up. Last time out. Cluster. Tick-tock, tick-tock. This is game. This is for the marbles. 4th and 6. Down 7 points, 21 seconds, no timeouts left. We cannot go inbound. We can't catch it in bounds. It's a touchdown or it's game. Looking for the crosser. We had it, and we threw it blindly. So that's going to take care of the video, guys. GG's. Have a happy holidays. Merry Christmas to all. Until next time, boys. Get in the lab. This has been T-Meister. We choked the game away. Enjoy the rest of this video. See ya.
If they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this.